Hello and welcome back to day 28 of How to Fix the World in 80 Days, and at some point we had to talk about beautiful people. Everybody loves beautiful people. You see them walking down the road, everyone gets a little bit excited, and I don't see why some people have a problem with that. But on the other hand, for some people, beauty can actually become quite the burden. So the way I see it, to fix this dilemma, there's 5 things that we need to figure out. 1, who gets to decide what is beautiful? 2, what do these people get that maybe the rest of the world doesn't? 3, is being beautiful all it's really cracked up to be? 4, why are some people so mean to people who are considered attractive? And 5, why do we care so much about how we look? Now that's a lot for one person to handle. So to start from the very beginning, how do we get to decide who is beautiful? And I guess kind of the good thing or the bad thing, depending how you want to look at it, is as best as I can figure, it's completely random. There are models out there who I think are like, meh, and there are some people I know who I think are super attractive and they get absolutely no love. So best I figure, it's just a combination of genetics, of effort that you're gonna put into it, of having money, and then just pure random luck. Now, if you can find a winning combination there, and you get to be labeled as beautiful, you pretty much just won the lottery, because life's about to get a lot easier. I think it's officially time for the world to admit this. Being beautiful is a natural advantage. I mean, think about it. Just the easy stuff like getting better tips, skipping the line at the club, having people laugh at your bad jokes. These are all advantages, and I don't care how PC we want to make the world, these things are going to happen consciously or unconsciously. Now, probably the biggest advantage of all, or at least the one that I notice in my life, is that if I'm beautiful and I walk into a room, people notice me. And if you use that properly, that is a massive advantage over everyone else. Granted, for all these advantages, I think the world also needs to admit that it's not always a better thing to be attractive. For example, yeah, I could be jacked, but do I want to go to the gym 3 times a day and not eat the foods I like? No. Do I want to spend thousands of dollars on products, on makeup, on clothes to make sure that I fit society's approval of the next hottest trend? Do I want to be one out of the every 100 Canadian girls who have an eating disorder? Do I want to go through my whole day worrying that I'm not attractive enough and that people don't value my opinion because they just want to have sex with me? These are not easy things to consider. So not only do attractive people have to deal with all these personal mental hurdles, we also actively go out of our way to make their lives more difficult by judging them for the way that they look. For example, we'll slut shame pretty girls because they have sex with other people instead of us. We judge celebrities and get on their backs because they gained a few pounds, when we also claim that we so don't care about their lives, and successful people are not able to be successful because we only attribute it to their looks. So we now live in a world where you're not able to be unattractive and you're not able to be attractive because either way you're going to get made fun of. Go figure. So that brings us to perhaps the most important question of the day, which is why do we care so much about what we look like? And the truth is, we probably should, for all the reasons I listed above and more. Now, the real question I should be asking is, should we care so much about the way that we look? And if you think about it, not only are we probably getting into relationships with the wrong people for the wrong reasons, we're actively hiring, promoting, and electing people strictly off the way that they look and not based on their qualifications. It's total insanity. Given all that, if you're interested in my opinion, here's what I would say to someone who asks me about beauty. Art can be beautiful. A landscape, a memory can all be beautiful, but I have yet to see anything as perfect as a beautiful woman. Now, I mean that as a compliment and not as a box that any of you lovely ladies must fit yourselves into. Do whatever makes you happy. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If you want to be a size 3 or size -3 model, go ahead, do what makes you happy. If you want to sit at home and spend hours photoshopping through all your pictures to take out your imperfections and your pimples, go ahead, do what makes you happy. Because for me, beauty is so much more than the way you look. It's your personality, your sense of humor, your values, and yes, your looks. These are all things that go into making the perfect pie of what it is to be a beautiful person. So if someone wants to rip on you because they think you're unattractive, let them. But please don't hate them, and most importantly, don't hate yourself, because we all have something beautiful to give to this world. So you can look at it that way, or you can go through your whole life thinking that your entire value is dictated solely based on whether you think someone else thinks you're attractive. Go ahead and do whatever works for you, but please never forget to bring more beauty into this world.